Hey guys, welcome back, or welcome to the channel if you're new. Today I thought I would just do a little bit of, not a rant, but just a little bit of a talking video, just because today I went to go apply for a class and I had missed the deadline because I had waited too long and I was stressing out, like freaking out, and so then I called my grandma and she calmed me all down. But it made me think of like back when I was in high school, and how stressful it kind of is to try and pick a career, and what you want to do for the rest of your life. So I thought I would just kind of talk about that and my process of coming to terms with what I decided I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So when I was in junior high, I really wanted to be a hairdresser. That was my thing. I was like, I'm going to be a hairdresser, so that I could stay at home and just work from my house because, you know, home hairdressers. As well as I thought it was the easy road. Now I know that it's not, but I know subconsciously I thought it's only 12 months of school, sometimes only 9 months depending on which college you go to. So I get to do a small amount of school and then I'll just, you know, blow through and just do it and it won't be a big deal. And I didn't think I was smart enough to do anything else. Not that hairdressers aren't smart, but when I was young, this is kind of how I thought that, you know, I'm not smart enough to do anything else. I'm not smart enough to be a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, or anything. I'm just going to go with the easiest thing I can think of and do that. And then when I was dating my ex-boyfriend at the time, he didn't really motivate me to get things done, and not that it was his fault, but I didn't really feel motivated to do anything, and I didn't really have support from anybody else. So I wasn't able to get the thing I needed. I needed to find a place that was going to apprentice me for the program that I was going to go into for hairdressing. Most programs you don't have to have that done, but because I needed money, because I was living kind of on my own at that time, I needed to apprentice somewhere. This is now in high school, by the way. I needed to apprentice somewhere so that I could like keep working and go to school, but I couldn't find anywhere that would apprentice me. So I decided that I wasn't going to do that and I was just going to work. So I just worked for a while, and then I started discovering that I really like doing nail art. So I was like, ooh, maybe I'll be like a nail technician. Again, I looked for like the least amount of school possible, the least amount of time possible, and I was like, I want the easiest thing that I can do. And so I did that, and I ended up really liking the makeup portion and not really liking anything else. So I was like, I'm gonna be a makeup artist. And so I was like, yes, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be a makeup artist. So I got super pumped. I started watching like so many makeup videos, and I was like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I love makeup. And I started watching special effects makeup artist shows and stuff, and I was like, this is it. This is what I want to do. Like this is amazing. This is art. This is like what I live for. So I was so excited. And so my grandma and I got on a plane and we flew all the way to Vancouver, and we checked out the school there, the Vancouver Film School, because I was like, I know I'll take their first year program, their second year program. Like their first year program is kind of just like a little bit of everything to do with film. And I was like, then I'll take makeup artistry second, and then I'll take directing and producing, because I actually really like directing plays and stuff, but I'll get to that in a minute. So I was like, yes, this is what I want to do. I got so excited. I was so into it. I was like, I live in Vancouver. It's so beautiful. I love it here. So my grandma and I went and we toured the school, and we sat down with the guy, and he told me it was going to be $130,000 in debt at the end of 3 years, because the programs are so intense that you can't work. So you need to take out a loan for living expenses as well. And I was just like, $130,000. No. So I thought, you know, I have enough classes, maybe I'll take a few extra. Again, I don't want to take anything that takes too long, so I'll try and find like the shortest amount of classes so I can add to my makeup artistry. And I'll just buy the supplies and I'll just go out and I'll be a makeup artist, and I just won't take the FX courses. I'll just be self-taught. So that's what I was going to do. So I was like, yep, that's what I'm going to do. And then I started dating my boyfriend, and he was like, well, what's your career plan? I was like, I'm going to be a makeup artist. He was like, okay, cool. And so I still call myself a makeup artist, and I still love makeup, but the more I sat there and I looked at how many people I know who are makeup artists. And if you go and you ask, like, does anybody know a makeup artist on, like, an asking thing? Like, because in where I'm from, we have this, like, little blogs on Facebook that'll be, like, ask or whatever, and then people can ask questions and stuff, and people answer them. And one of them frequently is, does anyone know any good makeup artists? And literally the list is just, like, so long of, like, makeup artists. And I realized that I really want to have a family. That's really important to me. And I was like, you know, my boyfriend wants to be a pastor, and they don't make a lot of money, so if I want to help support my family, then I need a job that is certain. And makeup artistry, same with hairdressing and nails, isn't always certain. You're not going to always make a set amount of money. You have to work hard to make a lot of your money because, you know, you have to build clientele. And especially if you're a freelance makeup artist, you're not going to be making a lot of money all the time. That's just the way it goes. You can't, because, you know, if you don't work, you don't make money. And that kind of sucks. Like, if you want to go on vacation with your family or take care of your kids, or if you're on maternity leave, like, you don't get maternity leave if you're a freelance makeup artist. You just don't, because if you're not working, you're not making money. So I love makeup, and I still want to do makeup, and I'm still going to do makeup for the rest of my life, but I was like, I need a career that will give me stuff like benefits and will allow me to take time off. And so for a while I was trying to figure out, what do I want to do? What do I want to do with my life? Like, I was like, I have no marketable skills. I can't get a career. And so I started to look, sorry, I'm spinning. I started to look at, like, things that I like to do. And I like to be extremely organized and plan and work on computers and do administration work. That's, like, my favorite thing. To sit down, write out a plan, do things like that is, like, some of my favorite things to do. Like, when I have to do, I'm a part of a program called Equip that's just starting up in my town, in my city. Calgary's not a town. In my city. And so to be able to be a part of that is great, and I'm the administrator, basically. I'm for free. I'm in their free administrator, so I work with all the office stuff. I deal with advertising and all that kind of thing. So I do a lot of paperwork, a lot of emails, a lot of stuff like with paper and things like that. So when I realized that I really liked doing that, I was like, oh, maybe I'll be administrator. And I was like, oh, that's like 2 years of school. I was like, I want to go to 2 years of school to be an administrator. And I was like, I don't know what to do. So for a while I thought, what if I took drama, which is 4 years, because I really like drama. I know this is like, where did this come from? So the whole time I never thought about the one thing that I loved to do the most when I was in high school, which was drama. When I was in high school, I remember a faint thought said, you should be a drama teacher, but I pushed it to the side and never thought about it again. But I love drama, and for a while I thought maybe I could be a director because that was my favorite part, but I was like, they don't make a lot of money either, unless they're really good, and I don't think I'm going to be making movies, so I was like, maybe not. So I kind of pushed that all aside, and I thought, you know what, I like doing drama. I love doing drama. I used to run a little bit of a drama thing in a daycare I volunteered at for a while. Drama's my favorite, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to start my own drama school. I was like, I could maybe get my Bachelor of Arts, and then I could start my own drama school. And then I ran into that problem again, that I then have to go out and get the students and get them to come and all that stuff, and then I have to employ other people, and I was like, I don't know if I want to start my own business. And I was back at like, what do I want to do? I don't know. And then it just like hit me. I was like, I want to be a drama teacher. I was like, I love drama. I think drama is one of the most expressive, freeing things in the world. I think it does make people better. It makes you more confident, and it makes you speak better, and it just makes you hold your head up higher, and it teaches you to work with other people and creativity and all this stuff. So I was like, I want to be a drama teacher. And so I really sat on it, and I kept thinking about it, and I was like, no, that's another like 4 to 6 years of school. And I was like, I can't do that. That's so much school. I was like, I'm not smart enough. I can't do it. And then I was like, no, this is what I am called to do. Because you might not know this about me, but my life has not been extremely easy. I was adopted from a mother who was addicted to drugs, and so I have some mental health issues that have led to me making some really, really poor choices. And up until the last year and a half, I honestly was not living the best. I had a little bit of a drinking problem, and I wasn't living a life that was good. I was living a life that was hurting me. And I didn't really have people that I felt that supported me. I did, but I didn't feel like it at the time. And when I was in high school, where a lot of my problems started, I didn't feel like I had anybody I could trust who was an adult. I had a lot of teenage friends, but they don't give the best advice always. I know teenagers think that they know everything, but once you get to a certain age, you kind of look back at some of the things your friends told you and you're like, that was stupid. Why would you tell someone to do that? But so I thought, with all these things that have happened, and hindsight's 2020, maybe I can be that person for someone. Maybe a student can come to me and tell me something. If I'm super awesome and super trustworthy, they can come and tell me, hey, I'm having a trouble with this, and I can say, hey, I had trouble with that too. Let me help you. Let me talk to you and kind of guide you and be a mentor to you so that maybe you don't make some of the same mistakes I do. Or maybe you get out of situations that are really going to hurt you. Sorry, there's a cat in here. All my cats. I forgot to shut my door. They all come in. Anyway. So maybe I can be that person for someone to help them see what they're worth and to help them get past whatever's going on. So it just hit me. I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to be a teacher. I want to teach people and help them to grow and to learn and to see their value as people inside themselves, not looking for their value inside of other people, because at that age, that's what I did. I was looking for value in my friends and in boys, and so I really didn't get the most out of school that I could have because I was too focused on things that really didn't matter. And so to be able to maybe help people, not even, and the thing is I can't keep people from making mistakes, but I can give them tools to help them get out of, mistakes that they're in, and to help them maybe see why things are turning out the way they are. And just, basically, I just want to take my experience and help other people. And I'm now 22. I will be 23 in March, and I will start classes when I'm 23. So, I could have started classes when I was 18. And sometimes I'm kicking myself because I would be almost done my degree. I would be pretty close to being a teacher already. But I wasn't mature enough to handle going to school. And I wasn't ready. I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I'm going to be 27 or 28 when I graduate from college. Well, from university. And I will have my Bachelor of Drama and my Bachelor of Education. And, people, one of the things I wanted to get through to you guys with this video is if you're in high school or if you're even in your 20s and you don't really know what you want to do, that's okay. Don't worry about it, because it took me a long time to figure out what I wanted to do, and it's changed a million times. And, they say that people have up to 6 careers in a lifetime, so even if what you're doing right now doesn't end up being what you want to do forever, that's okay. Do it to the best you can, and then move on from it. I love makeup, and I'm still going to do makeup. My plan is to continue learning and do makeup during the summer when I'm not teaching, to do freelance makeup artistry for weddings and stuff, and to just do it to pick up extra money. It's not going to be my career, but I'm still going to do it, and it's still going to be a hobby, and I'm still going to really enjoy it. And maybe you're struggling with something because you want to do it, but you don't think it's going to make enough money. And, I chose to not do something that didn't make enough money. But that doesn't mean you have to. You have to sit down and realize what your priorities are. Mine was a family, and mine was having enough money to support my family. So that's part of why I chose what I did. So if that's the same priority as you, don't give up on the things you like to do, because you can still do them as hobbies and still make money on the side with them. So don't give up on those. But, don't worry if you haven't got it all figured out, is basically what I'm trying to say. Take your time, because my grandma's in her 60s, and she just finished getting her doctorate in psychology. So it's never too late to go back to school. It's never too late to try again. So just don't worry about it. Try everything. If you're going to go to university, take a year of open studies, or take a year off and then take a year of open studies, try a bunch of different things, and then don't worry about it. Don't let people pressure you into thinking that you have to have it all decided by the time you're 18 or 16. And if you're younger than that and someone's asking you what you want to be, there's no problem with saying, I don't know yet. There's no problem with not knowing what you want to do. And there's no problem, and there's no such thing as wasting money. I hate that. I used to be like that, and even sometimes now I struggle with that. But remember that no matter what, money spent on knowledge is never wasted. You still learn an incredible lot. I really can't speak today. You still learned a lot. You still grew as a person and gained knowledge, and that's not a waste of money ever. So just go out and just enjoy life and take your time to figure out whatever you want to do. And if you don't figure it out until you're 50, oh well. Just enjoy life and enjoy the time that you have here, because we don't live forever. So why spend the time we have worrying about what we may or may not do, right? It took me forever to figure out that this is what I'm supposed to do. And once I do it, if I only teach for 5 years, 6, 10 years, hey, maybe I'll only teach for 20 years and then I'll figure out something else that I'm supposed to do. That's fine with me. I'm okay with that. And I hope that you guys have gotten from my story something that you can take out and apply to your life, and I hope that this does help you in some way. And yeah, so I'm sorry I got really super serious with this video, but I just think that it's super important, and this is something that we don't always talk about, so I wanted to just kind of share with you guys. So yeah, if you want any advice or have any questions about anything I've talked about today, feel free to leave a comment or message me on Facebook or Instagram, and feel free to like and subscribe. And I can't wait to see you guys next Friday. And I hope you guys had a good Christmas and a good New Year's, depending on when this goes up. It'll either be before New Year's or after. But I hope you had a happy holidays, and I'll see you guys next Friday.